The time is now 2 o'clock.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you to Tech Tuesdays. We're thrilled that you're joining us today to learn all about Ranken Technical College. Brandon Fan from Ranken's admissions office is here and will be telling us all about Ranken in just a few minutes. First, though, we have a few people from Special School District joining us who I would like to have introduce themselves. Ms. Bengali?
Hi, I'm Heidi Bengali, and I'm a technology specialist instructor for North and South Technical High Schools.
Thank you. Ms. Russell? You are on mute.
I got it. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Miss Russell, and I'm the sophomore counselor at North Tech High School.
And Ms. Shaughnessy.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carla Shaughnessy, and I'm the counselor, one of the counselors at South Tech High School.
Thank you. And I'm Sally Defani, Administrator of Partnerships for Special School District. After today's session, we still have 9 more weeks of Tech Tuesdays. So there's still a lot of tech partners lined up to share great information with you that we hope helps you in your post-secondary planning. So please plan to continue joining us in the coming weeks. If you need a schedule or if you need a link to any of our recorded sessions, you can find those on the North and South Tech websites. As Mr. Fan is presenting, if you think of any questions, we really encourage you to type them into the chat, and we will monitor those questions and answer them at the end. Okay, if there's nothing else, Mr. Fan, I think we're ready for you to share your screen and get started.
Awesome. Let's see here. All right, so we'll go ahead and get this slideshow started. So, like Ms. Stefani said, my name is Brandon Fan. I'm the admissions counselor at Ranken Technical College. I am located at the Wentzville location, but I can enroll for all 3 of our campuses, including St. Louis, which is our main campus, and Perryville, which is another satellite campus down in the Perryville area. We are going to review all of our divisions and all of the programs in those divisions today. We have 5 core divisions at Ranken Technical College: automotive, information technology, construction, electrical, and manufacturing.
Automotive Collision Repair Department is located in the Moog building. Here, students gain hands-on training in damage repair and refinishing, restoring damaged cars to pre-accident condition. We are Sicken certified, and our paint booths use the very latest in waterborne green paint methods. The Automotive Maintenance Technology Department is also located in the Moog building. Here, students learn to diagnose and repair automotive problems. Students disassemble engines to learn how to troubleshoot them. Computer terminals are for online service manuals. Reading comprehension and computer skills are a big part of this program. We have 16 frame and body mount lifts. Students work on steering, suspension, and brakes, as well as tire repair. The High Performance Racing Technology program is located in the Mary Ann Lee Technology Center. The main shop room is for tuning. The racks enable students to take the engines out, make modifications, and complete work on the car. The engine room is where students take the equipment they just inspected and remachine it to the required specifications. Our chassis dyno is like a rolling road, simulating a real-world environment in a controlled situation. Students are able to control the weight and speed of the car and elevation of the road. The engine dyno with control room allows students to attach the engine, then tune and measure its final output.
So that was a look at our automotive division. As the video said, there are several programs within this division. The majority of these programs are going to be 4-semester associate's degrees. So 16 months, you guys have an associate's degree, 15 to 20 hours of hands-on experience a week throughout the program, and you guys are out in the field making money. The majority of these programs as of right now are internship based, which means not only do you have a degree, you're also getting a job while you're in school. So I don't know of many other colleges where you can go to college and get a job in the field for what you're going for within your first or second semester. It's pretty incredible. The first program we're going to speak about is automotive collision repair technology. So this is basically going to be like your collision repair when your car gets into an accident, paint booth, welding. So basically anything that can happen during a collision or aftermarket type setups. So whether you want to repaint your car, whether you want to add graphics to it, whether you want to add different pictures, things like that. You learn how to do all of that stuff within the program. Automotive maintenance technology, which is going to be our general auto program. That is also going to be a 4-semester associate's degree where you're going to learn the maintenance of automotive from the tires up. It doesn't matter if you've been in the field for 20 years or if you're right out of high school and you've never even turned a wrench before. Everybody's going to get trained the same way from the ground up. Certified dealership programs, diesel technology, which is going to be here at Wentzville and in Perryville. That's going to be the big stuff. So that's going to be your over-the-road trucks, your 18-wheelers, your barges, your cruise ships, different things like that. You're going to learn how to handle the diesel components of all of those type of vehicles and ship setups. High-performance racing technology. This is going to be basically for someone looking to get into the aftermarket game or for someone that's really into the racing side. You're going to learn how to tone, hone, machine, and basically build an LS engine from the ground up. So you're going to learn how to completely build a racing engine. A really cool part of that program is towards the end of it, they actually give the students the opportunity to buy the engine that you guys just made. And because we are a nonprofit college, anything we build and sell from any of the programs we have, we sell for what the parts cost. We cannot make any kind of a profit off any of these things. So you're getting like a $7,000 engine for potentially $2,500 to $3,000, which is pretty incredible. We also have the professional technician program, which is going to be the automotive maintenance technology program, but with an internship. So the layout of those programs is going to be 8 weeks at school learning, and then 8 weeks in the field working at a dealership or automotive repair center of your choosing. Possible careers within these automotive programs: collision refinish tech or shop owner, automotive technician with all vehicle makes and models, the dealership program setups, which are going to be GM, Ford, Honda, Acura, Toyota, Lexus, the diesel powertrain tech, a racing tech, or a performance shop pro. So now we'll move on to the next program. If you have any questions about auto, don't forget to type those bad boys in there.
Occupying 2 full floors of Ranken's Gray Building, the Information Technology Division has all the latest in computer equipment. All IT students begin in a common first semester that focuses on desktop operating systems and teaches students how to use computers and networks as resources. Students spend time learning the unique features and the benefits of each career field available to them. Then they are able to choose between 4 track options: Internet and web-based technology, network architecture and design technology, network and database administration technology, or network systems management technology. All students receive intense hands-on lab time, spending 3 hours in the lab working with equipment and technology to 1 hour in classroom theory. Class sizes are small, with 2 students to every piece of equipment. Lab exercises focus on troubleshooting and working through real-world situations and problems. As the information technology industry is always changing and new technology is always available, Ranken IT graduates had the unique opportunity to return to Ranken for many continuing education certifications, seminars, and even receive a bachelor's degree with an emphasis in management information systems.
So that was a look at our information technology division. Like they said, you guys have 2 full floors of classrooms, equipment, and state-of-the-art technology for you guys to learn and kind of move into these information technology type positions. The different programs within the IT division, application and web development, which is going to be coding, website building, application building, network architecture and design, so hardware and hardware setup, network and database administration, software, so your Windows, your Apple, things like that, network systems management, switches, routers, and servers. And a couple of the really great things that they touched on during that presentation in the video. At a traditional community college or university, you are not really going to have the access to have your certifications built into the program. You're going to have to come up with that $200 of certification, and you're going to have to find a place to test. At Ranken Technical College, we build those into your program to make it a part of whichever program you're going to take, whether it's the information technology, whether it's the application web development, whether it's the day, the night. We have those built in there so that you have easy access to them. So not only is the cost of the certification built into your tuition, you also test at Ranken Technical College. So we proctor those exams. So you're kind of testing on your home field. It might be a little more comfortable. And the big thing is you don't have to go out there and find it. Another thing is a traditional community college or university, you're going to have about 1 to 2 hours a week of hands-on time with the equipment, with the instructors, things like that. With us, you're going to have 15 to 20. So that means you're going to have 15 to 20 hours a week with all of our state-of-the-art technology, and you're going to have access to your instructor to assist you with any questions or anything you need while you're in that program. Some of the certifications, the Microsoft, the Cisco, the CCNP, the computer networking programming, and you have access to 4 to 6 of those while you're in school. So you could come out of one of these programs with an associate's degree, all that hands-on experience with the equipment, and 4 to 6 certifications that basically allow you to almost walk onto any IT job in this state. That is incredible. The ability to be able to do that in a field is intense. A lot of people that go to college end up not even using the degree they went for. And that's another one of the big bonuses for going to a trade school like Ranken Technical College, is you're going to move into those fields and you're going to move into them almost with ease. Some of your possible career choices: systems engineer, network administrator, programmer, cybersecurity technician, and a general IT technician.
So where do you see yourself in 1 to 4 years? How about in a fulfilling career, working with your hands and your brain? How about coming out of school with the skills that make jobs search for you? How about another day at the office looking like this? Or this? Or even this? If you're nodding your head, then forget everything you think you know about tech schools and get to work with Ranken Technical College. Ranken is more than 100 years of doing things right, where internships and apprenticeships allow you to earn while you learn. Ranken is state-of-the-art and technology. Ranken is a fast-paced environment focused on only the most in-demand career paths, with 3 convenient locations and 1 main goal: launching your successful career in the field of your choice. Ranken is where the instructors are professional, where class is 3 to 4 times more hands-on than hands-off, and you grasp the course material in more ways than one.
What sets Ranken apart is we spend 2/3 of the time in the shop areas and 1/3 in the classroom. They don't want to sit at a desk. They want to get out there and crank wrenches and build things. All of our students, they're out working right now in the trade. We just can't supply enough workers for the workforce today. So everybody says they need workers, but what they really mean is we need good workers, properly trained in the specific material. And that's what Ranken provided.
Ranken is where we get out and put in. Ranken is action, much louder than words. Ranken is where you get an education that works. Ranken Technical College, professional grade.
All right, so that was a really nice look at our construction division. This is a great division. It also had a really nice kind of talking point there by Dave Muni, who we affectionately call Dave the plumber. Um, People aren't looking for just techs, and they're not looking for just workers. They're not looking for people to come and stand there and take up space. They're looking for good workers, which is a big reason why we also train in work ethic and professionalism, which is a part of your program. So within that associate's degree, you are also getting a career success skill class, and you're going to be graded daily and weekly on professionalism, being on time, showing up to class, professional haircut, clean shaven, wearing your uniform, basically all these things that employers look at as well from what we already do. It's a big deal because these employers come after you guys so aggressively because they know, one, we've been around for over 100 years, since 1907. So they know that we obviously have a great product, which is you. You're well trained, you're ready to go by the time you leave there, which is what keeps us in business as well. Some of the programs within the construction division: carpentry and building construction, which is basically going to be training you how to build a house from the ground up. Your first 2 semesters, you're going to get basic training in carpentry and building construction. Your second 2 semesters, you guys are actually going to go out into the field and you're going to build a house that we are going to sell to someone that they are going to live in. So you guys are getting live in the field training while you're in college. HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, refrigeration technology. So you're going to get residential, commercial training. HVAC, you're going to get the big heaters, the big coolers. You're going to get some industrial kind of training. So on the big refrigerators, the big freezers, icy machines, ice machines, basically anything that cools or heats, you guys are going to get your hands on in this program. Major appliance technology, which connects with the HVAC program, but it adds an additional semester of appliance training. So refrigerators, dishwashers, microwaves, basically anything you're going to find in a kitchen kind of setting. Plumbing and pipe fitting technology, which is going to be one of our faster programs. This is a 2-semester, 32-week program, and you are out in the field making money. We're Switzerland, man. We love everybody. So you can either go the union path or you guys can go the private industry path. Whatever you want to do, you'll talk to your instructor and they'll help you make a plan. Building systems design, which is just a really beautifully worded program for computer-aided drafting. So you're going to get some CAD, you're going to get Revit, which is computer-aided drafting kind of on steroids, and then you're going to get building system components. So security systems, water sprinkler systems, a little HVAC, a little plumbing, things like that, so that when you're designing these different setups, you have access to all that information. Possible careers within this division: you can be a carpenter, union or private, HVAC technician, residential, commercial, or industrial, a residential, commercial appliance repair person, and a plumber. When people think of plumbing, they think of, oh man, I'm going to put my hand down a toilet. The majority of plumbers, and I mean like 95% of them, are never even going to deal with raw human sewage unless you specifically go into that side. Our techs, the plumbers we're pumping out, are going into the field doing new construction and maintaining new construction. So you guys are getting a hold of it before a single person even steps into that building. There's a lot of money to be had, and plumbers are very, very in need right now. So just keep that in mind. I promise you're not going to be plunging and stuff. It's awesome.
So where do you see yourself in 1 to 4 years? How about a fulfilling career, working with your hands, with your brain? How about coming out of school with skills that make jobs search for you? How about another day at the office looking like this, or this, or then this? If you're nodding your head, then forget everything you know about tech skills and to work with Ranken technical knowledge. Ranken is more than 100 years of doing things right, where internships and apprenticeships allow you to learn while you learn. Ranken is state-of-the-art and technology. Ranken is a state's environment focused on only the most in-demand career paths with 3 competing locations and 1 main role. grasp the course material in more ways than one.
Our students in the electrical division choose between three of our different majors: control systems technology, electrical automation technology, and electrical system design technology. What sets Ranken apart from other technical schools is the fact that we do a lot of hands-on training. Ranken, our students can expect job offers. They're going to be dedicated to the job, dependable, punctual. They're going to be reliable. They're also going to give you the results that you need to see. That's what employers can expect from our Ranken graduates. Ranken is where you get out what you put in. Ranken is action, teaching how it works. Ranken is where you get an education that works. Ranken Technical College, professional grade.
So that was a look at our electrical division, with another instructor kind of going in there and talking about his program and what, we're kind of sending out into the workforce. You again heard more about work ethic and professionalism, making sure that we are sending out quality candidates, making sure that they're ready to work, they're showing up to work, different things like that. So just to kind of, keep pushing that thought, that is something that we're going to assist with as well. So within the electrical division, we have electrical technology, which is going to be a night course where you're basically just learning the basics of electrical, residential, and commercial. So if you want to go be a union electrician, if you want to go do contract electrician work, anything you want to do, that's going to get you there. Electrical control systems, that's going to consist of a 4-semester, 16-month associate's degree, and that's going to be residential and commercial electrical, along with programmable logic controllers, human machine interfaces, batch processing, and kind of liquid fusion setup. So if you were looking to go work at a brewery, any kind of company that mixes ingredients like Dr. Pepper, the Coke plant, government water facilities, things like that, you would be ready to go. Electrical automation, which is also going to be programmable logic controllers, human machine interfaces, robotics, and motors and drives. So the majority of plants and anywhere that deals with automation, they're looking for programmable logic controller techs very aggressively. And this program, along with control systems, we train you in those specialty areas so that you guys can walk into those jobs making great pay and job security, because not a lot of people can work with these programmable logic controllers. So it's huge when you guys get that knowledge. Electrical systems design, that's going to be more computer-aided drafting, Revit, and computer-aided design. So you get residential and commercial electrical, and then you're going to move into more kind of a desk type setup where you're more doing project management. So computer-aided drafting, doing the designs, all that stuff. And then sometimes you guys do go out to the sites to kind of check on how things are going and review the work. Electrical is huge. It's something that's always hiring, is a great field to go into. Possible careers, you can be an electrician, residential, industrial, commercial, automation, an instrumentation technician, a control systems technician, or a PLC tech, which is the programmable logic controllers again.
Ranken's precision machine technology department consists of a main machine area, the CNC machine area, and an advanced computer lab. In the manual side of the shop are many mills and lathes to ensure there's little to no wait time for machine use. This program is partnered with Cost Automation Incorporated and is proud to host one of the largest cost technical centers in the region. Ranken has 15 CNC machines. The machines are brought in every 2 to 4 years. To ensure we have the most up-to-date training equipment, students design their projects in the computer lab and then program the CNC machines to complete the project in the shop. This industrial technology program is housed in a brand new Mary Ann Lee Technology Center. With 10,000 square feet of shop space, this program focuses on technicians who are trained in everything from electrical systems and carpentry maintenance to machining and pipe fitting. Students are trained in 4 separate shop trades, including a machine shop with a wide variety of mills, plumbing, a carpentry shop, a large number of the construction of small-scale buildings, and an electrical training facility. Fabrication and welding technology is also housed in the Marion Technology Center, a state-of-the-art facility. The lab features 16 new ESOP welding machines, and ESOP CNC plasma table, Miller Brothers pipe band coping equipment, and overhead cranes. Students can work towards certification in cast, tungsten arc welding, shielded metal arc welding, gas metal arc welding, and flux cord arc welding.
All right, so that was a look through the labs and the manufacturing division.
Brandon,
A lot of
Brandon, may I just interrupt for a second? We're having a little bit of some audio issues with the videos. They're
Okay.
coming across a bit garbled. And so I'm wondering if there is another video, we might just want to pass it up. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, we'll just
Okay,
we'll
okay.
just move it.
Thank you.
That's
Sorry to
fine. Yeah,
interrupt.
sorry about that.
Thank you.
No worries, not at all. So the manufacturing division, it showed you kind of 2 separate lab areas. The historic Cook building is one of the original buildings from Ranken, so extraordinarily old and filled with all kinds of history. And then the second part of the video, if you were able to catch some of those labs, that's going to be over in the Marianne Lee Tech building, which is one of our newer buildings, and that's where welding is housed and the industrial technology program. The first program we're going to talk about is advanced manufacturing. So that's going to be machining. That also goes along with the precision machining program as well. So these are 4-semester associate's degrees where you are going to learn how to machine by hand and by CNC. So basically what machining is you're taking raw materials and you're manufacturing it to be a part of a bigger component. So here at the campuses, we have a internship program where we machine safety plates for car lifts. So you're basically taking big pieces of steel, we're putting them through a CNC machine, and then we're by hand kind of smoothing them out and everything. And then those plates basically are a safety piece for car lifts that you see when you take your car in to get oil changes, get worked on, things like that. Industrial technology was what they were talking about with the multi-skilled, multi-specialized. This is a program that contains carpentry, welding, pipe fitting, pneumatic controls, electrical. So you are going to get trained in multiple different areas, and a lot of these guys end up going into industrial complexes where instead of hiring 5 or 6 different techs, they can hire you, and you basically are an all-in-one kind of Superman tech. So multi-skilled, multi-specialized, and they love you guys in the field. Fabrication and welding technology. This is another one of the quicker programs we have. It's the 2-semester, 32 weeks. You are going to get 15 to 20 hours a week of hands-on experience in welding. And you also have the opportunity to get some certifications through the welding union. So 32 weeks, you're out working in the field, getting paid. Possible careers within this division: manufacturing technician, machinist, facilities technician at a university, hospital, hotels, and industrial complexes. An industrial technician, which is a multi-skilled, multi-specialized type of tech. So carpenter, electrician, welder, plumber, or an industrial tech at a bigger complex. We're also going to talk about the architectural program. This is a program that you can obtain an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree in architectural technology. We do have agreements with the bigger universities in the area. So if you want to move on to get your master's and obtain your architectural licenses, you can do that through this program. They will take all of our credits, and then all you would have to finish up with is the master's degree and then sit for your licenses, and then boom, you're an architect. The biggest thing about this program, I think, stands out from a traditional architectural program at other colleges and universities is the hands-on aspect. So you guys are going to learn how to model. You're going to learn how to use computer-aided drafting, so CAD and Revit. You're going to learn how to use Autodesk. You're going to learn how to use 3ds Max Design and all kinds of other software for the architectural field. So not only are you going to learn how to model and build these setups, you're going to learn how to do blueprint reading. You're going to learn how to use those laser printers to make your blueprints. You actually get some 3D printing experience in this program too, which is huge now, because with those 3D printers, it basically makes almost any kind of model or piece for a presentation you're going to use. I mean, you can 3D print almost anything. So it's pretty incredible. A lot of the times too, your finals are in front of actual employers. So you're doing a presentation and you're doing it to employers. So while you're finishing up a class, you're also pretty much interviewing for a job. So that's another huge thing about Ranken. We're going to put these employers in front of you as often as we possibly can. Possible careers within this program: architectural technician, drafting and design technician, project manager, and if you decide to go the distance, obviously a licensed architect. So college life. Ranken Technical College does have all the same amenities as a traditional college or university. We do have dorms at the St. Louis location. We house around 200 students or more. We have a full service dining hall. We have student lounges. We have weight rooms, ping pong, basketball, laundry rooms. We have grill areas. We have sand volleyball. You can do pretty much anything here that you could do at any other college or university. We have a student success center. So if you are in need of a tutor, if you have IEPs that you need to take with you into the college level, we give you the same opportunities that you had within your high school. All 3 campuses have 24-hour security. We are accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, which is huge. So we go through the same accreditation process as SLU, WashU, UMSL, St. Charles Community College. So your degree is going to hold the same weight, maybe even a little more, because of that hands-on training you're getting, where you are actually battle ready when you go out into the field and start working. We have certificates, associate's degrees, and bachelor's degrees. We have a bachelor's of Science and Applied Management. So whatever program you go into, you have multiple different directions you can take that degree, whether it's a business management type of setup, whether it is entrepreneurship, whether it's IT, depending on what program you went to. We have a bachelor's degree that will kind of assist you with furthering education. So financial aid, everybody loves financial aid. Got to get money for school somehow. So we have the same financial aid opportunities that all other colleges and universities have. You fill out your FAFSA. There's grants, there's scholarships. You can use internal and external. The GI Bill for if your parents are in the military or retired and they want to pass that along to you, or if you plan on going into the military and coming back, we do accept that. The big one, the A+ program. So we do take the A+ here. We are a nonprofit college, so you don't ever have to worry about us just kind of disappearing one day. We've been in St. Louis for over 110 years, and we don't plan on going anywhere. Diversity inclusion for all programs, all clubs, everything. So what are you going to school for? You're coming to school because you want to make money. You want to have job security. You want to be able to take care of your family. You want a nice house. You want a nice car. This is how we help you guys get to those dreams that you have for once you complete college. So we have on average 5 job offers per graduate. Some of them are as high as 10. We have a 97% job placement rate with full-time in the degree field within 6 months of graduation. Like I said, most of these programs are internship based now. So you're going to have a job your first or second semester in school. Technical careers have starting salaries up to $60,000 a year, which if you can ask any of your teachers, walk around, talk to all of them. I have 2 bachelor's degrees and I didn't make anywhere near that my first job out of college. And I have way more student debt than any of you guys will ever have going through Ranken Technical College. We have lifetime career service assistance, which means if you graduate from Ranken Technical College, you never have to look for a job on your own. You always have our support, whether it's our 2 career fairs a year, whether it's our internal job board, whether it's our employer breakfast, anything. You guys always have access to come back here and we will help you find a job. Partnerships with industry. We've been around since 1907. They know who we are. We are a part of them. They co-op with us. We have all kinds of partnerships that we use in the field that help you guys get these quality jobs. Job fairs with 500 plus employers. Ranken has the record in Missouri for the biggest job fair, which I believe was around 517 employers, not people, 517 separate employers here begging you guys to come work for them. Internships, apprenticeships, and micro enterprises. So most of the programs are moving towards that internship setup. So you have a job while you're in school learning. Micro enterprises are when these different companies come onto our campus. We give them shop space and they offer you guys jobs at school while you're currently a student. So at the Wentzville campus, we have Enterprise Rent-A-Car. At the main campus, we have Emerson, we have Biomeur, we have all kinds of different places that are looking to hire you guys, whether it's for a job in the field or whether it's for a job on site while you're in school. So earn while you learn, student workers. Most of the departments we have offer a student worker position. So you guys can apply for that and you can get a job on campus so you don't even have to leave school to work. Certifications are all built into the programs, the cost of the certification, and the majority of these certifications we actually proctor on site. So your ASE certifications, your Delta V, your ISA, your NIMS, your EPA, and OSHA, just to name a few. So why do you want to go to school? Again, you want a nice house, you want a degree, you want a nice car, you want to go on a couple of vacations a year, you want to be able to take care of your family. These programs and positions offer you these starting to mid-range salaries. So how can you get to one of those high-paying positions with job security so that you never have to really worry about having a job the rest of your life in one of these trades? So 2 years or less. Like I said, the majority of these programs are 4-semester, 16-month associate's degrees. In 16 months, you are going to be out in the field working, making money, while some of your friends going to 4-year colleges are still trying to figure out what their major is. Hands-on training. It is set up as an hour of lecture per 3 hours of lab. So 75% or more hands-on training. You're not sitting in a classroom getting talked at for 6-7 hours a day. You're not sitting there trying to stay awake, trying to figure out what your professor's talking about. You are learning the safety, you're learning what you're about to do that day, and then you are going into the lab and putting it into application. Your first week of school, you will be in that lab. Skills you need. Whatever skills and certifications you need to go be successful in the field, we are going to assist you in getting those. Less debt and a degree. We have all of the same financial aid opportunities that other colleges and universities have, and you can get online and look for external scholarships for trades. There are people out there dying to give you money to go to school for these trades right now, which means you can potentially, with a job in the field while you're in school, come out of school virtually debt-free. There are very few colleges or universities that can give you that type of opportunity. And you can do it all with us at Ranken Technical College. So I'll leave this up on the screen for about 20, 30 seconds. These are the major divisions we have with the different programs we have that we all just went through. So you guys can kind of take a look, see what we have to offer. If you have any questions about any of these, like Ms. Stefani said, go ahead and type them into the chat and they'll relay those questions to me at the end of the presentation. The majority of these programs are going to be associate's degrees. A lot of these programs have certifications attached to them. So there's really no way you can go wrong here.
We do have a couple questions about tuition cost. One was the electrical, and then HVAC, what the general costs are for those degree programs.
So on average, most of our 4-semester programs are going to be around $30,000. Now, that's going to be everything bundled in. So it's not just tuition. We don't set the programs up and then there's these surprise costs for lab fees and books and tools and different things like that. We bundle everything together at the start so that you don't have to worry about coming up with other funds while you're here. You know exactly what you're getting into, and we provide you with a cost sheet when you come and interview with me. So within that $30,000, that's going to cover your tuition, your lab fees, your testing fees, your full toolkit, all of your books. So everything is bundled together, and you don't have to worry about kind of paying for stuff here and there like you do at traditional colleges.
Another question is, are the labs assisted? Or are they just tested based on your work alone? I'm not really clear on that question. Or does each teacher have their own style for how their labs work?
So is there like a consistent methodology for how the labs are used? Is that kind of what we're looking at?
It sounds like he's asking if there is an assistant in the lab to help them along.
So
Maybe
yeah, your instructor will be with you at every point in the path. Like your instructor is going to be in class with you. They're going to go over safety. They're going to go over what you're doing that day. And then you're going to go into the lab with your instructor, sometimes two instructors, and they're going to kind of get you through whatever you're doing that day while it's hands-on. Because like I said, some people, you know, they get a little anxious, like, oh man, I got to go out my first week and start turning a wrench and doing all this stuff. Absolutely. But we don't expect you to be an expert right at the start, and you will have your instructor there at all times to help you with anything you need.
Are you doing in-person or strictly virtual tours right now?
We are doing in-person tours, so we try to keep them limited. So like typically it'll be the prospect student and mom or dad. We're trying to keep them low. Everybody has to wear a mask while they're here. You know, we have big, nice round tables that we're doing the interviews at. So we're 6 feet apart. We have enough space and everything. And then when we're going on the tour, we're kind of sticking to the perimeter of the labs and the classrooms, just so we're not like close to people and we're not getting in anybody's way. But yeah, we are doing in-person tours right now, and we've actually started up Shadow Tech again. We're keeping it to 1 or 2 students per program, but they can come in and they can do the Shadow Tech where they meet the instructor, they meet the students, and they do a hands-on project in the classroom, which is incredible because you can tell me right now you want to be an electrician, but until you get in that classroom and you get your hands on something and you see what they're doing, and you got to get that feel. You got to, like, you could walk into a classroom and you can just feel like, yeah, this is where I belong, or maybe I want to look at something else. And I think it's one of the best ways to come in here and tour and ask questions and make sure you're good to go. Because I'm a great tour guide. I'll walk you around, I'll point at stuff, I'll tell you all kinds of general information. But if you're a sharp kid, which most of them are, you're going to start asking me stuff with all kinds of numbers and quarts and things like that. And I'm going to have to be like, let me have an instructor get back with you. But when you do Shadow Tech, man, you have everybody right at your fingertips. It's an incredible experience, and you really get that kind of feel for whether this is what you want to do.
So you did mention the Success Center. What other supports do you have in place for incoming students? Is there like a mentoring program with upperclassmen, or is there some counseling support if students are having those kinds of issues? Just a general question. So
Student Success Center basically covers everything. So everything you just mentioned, we do have components of that. So we have ambassadors, which are in place, which kind of, if a younger incoming student is coming in, you do have the opportunity to get with these other older students that maybe have been there for a semester or more, and they'll kind of show them the ropes, things like that. They always have access to us. They always have access to the instructors. Through Student Success, we do have counselors. We do have an academic advisor that the student can go to for any questions, any concerns, any assistance with anything. And then tutoring. We have tutoring at all 3 campuses. And then if you're getting the grasp of everything, and maybe you're really good with those gen eds and stuff, you can actually apply to be a tutor as well. One last question. Someone was asking, what is your graduation rate? I will have to look that up. I'm on the admissions end, so all I know is kind of the entry stuff. We'd have to get career service lady involved for that fun stuff. I know when they do I know when they do their financial aid, there's a grid with percentages at the end of it though. So if they do decide to come to Rankin and they fill out that FAFSA, they'll see that what it is at the end.
And so the student who's asking that question, please feel free to reach out to Mr. Fan at the contact information listed on this slide, and he can get that information for you.
Absolutely. I'd love to get it for you.
And Mr. Fan, you mentioned the A+ program earlier, and I know that's a program that's of interest to many of our students.
Absolutely.
Is there any other information you can share as to how that works at Rankin?
Yes. So once you fill out your FAFSA, you would, because they kind of look at everything. So you fill out your FAFSA, they get your stuff in the system and they kind of review all that as well. And then you turn in your A+ paperwork to see how all that goes. At Rankin, it doesn't cover the full cost of the tuition, but it covers a little over half. So with your A+ and any of the scholarships you can obtain when we send out those links to potential students. I mean, a lot of these guys that get A+ and they fill out for the scholarships, they have virtually no student debt. Like everything they're getting in school from their jobs, they're just making. So you're coming to school, you're learning, and you're making money as opposed to putting yourself into debt with the student loans and things like that.
And then in the past, I remember that Rankin scholarships became available in the spring, usually early April. Is that still the case?
Absolutely. We have hundreds of them in our bucket. I send them the link. You and the student and the parents kind of review all of the scholarships that we have. You write one essay and you can apply for as many scholarships in that bucket that pertain to you. And my nephew is a perfect example of this. He is an IT student out here at Wentzville. He was like, oh, I don't want to fill out the scholarship. 100 people probably did it. I'm not going to get it. He was one of the only people that filled out for this scholarship. So don't ever think, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, that you don't have a chance of getting a scholarship. A lot of the times, these scholarships go unapplied for. So if you end up working with me to go to Rankin, I'm going to harp, my friend. We are going to talk about scholarships constantly because there is so much money out there for you guys to go to school with, and nobody goes after it. You got to go get that money. It's out there for you to take. And the scholarship process, like I said, you fill out an application, you write one essay, you have your school send in your transcripts. I submit the other stuff for you. I mean, we pretty much help you do it. Like me in the school, we do half the work for you. So get those scholarships, guys.
Okay, so they can sign up for these open houses or shadow attacks by doing what?
Okay, so here's all my direct contact information. The open houses, we are a little unsure of how those are going to work the rest of the year. We're looking into doing some digital ones, but hopefully next year we'll get back to the goodness and just open the doors and let everybody come in and see these beautiful multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art technologically advanced labs. If not, we're going to do some virtual stuff, virtual tours, things like that for the open houses. Shadow Attack, like I said, Shadow Attack is in full swing. So if you want to get out of the house, if you want to come check out these labs, if you want to come check out the school, we do have those opportunities for you. Super easy enrollment, application, proof of high school graduation, so your diploma once you graduate, ACT scores, a 16 or higher in reading, a 17 or higher in math. If you take the SATs or the Accuplacer, we can review those scores as well. $95 registration fee, boom, you're enrolled and scheduled. With the registration fee as well, if you are one of my high school students, when you pay that registration fee, I put in a code for you, and then you get $100 off of your tuition right away. So you get a little something out of it, which is nice because you're in high school. You got to get ready for the big college world. It's free to apply. If you fill out an application, it doesn't lock you into anything. It doesn't cost anything. It's just letting us know, hey, I'm interested in this program. Somebody call me and get me toured. Ranken.edu, that is our website where you can find all kinds of information, course catalog, dorms, campus locations, what they have available, what we have to offer. I have a QR code on the screen and the link to my Yes card. If you click that link and fill out some information, or if you put your phone in picture mode and hold it up to the QR code, it'll give you a link to go to. Basically what I'll do is I'll shoot you an email with all my contact information, the website link, and a link to all of our shadow attacks. Unless you email me back and ask for information, that's all it is. So if you guys want more information, if you want to learn a little more about Ranken, if you want to get involved in a shadow attack, if you want to tour one-on-one with me, just go ahead and fill out one of those bad boys now, and then we kind of go from there.
So a lot of schools have test optional right now. Do you
Yep.
guys, what's your policy if the kids aren't able to take the ACT because of the COVID situation?
So as of right now, we have suspended testing. So if you've already taken the ACTs or something, you can give me those scores and I can review them. If not, basically what we're doing is we're requesting your high school transcripts, and the registrar or my scheduler here at Wentzville will review the transcripts, and then based on what they kind of see there, we'll put you into the gen eds that we kind of see the level that you're at. If you decide that you do want to try to test out of those classes, we're doing one at a time testing, but that's just for people that are like, man, I know I can get out of this math. Let me go take that test. But a lot of people, they're just going in at the base level gen eds, and everything seems to have worked out so far. Great question. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take us back. Does anyone else have any questions to ask or any other information to share? I might just add that for the students who are watching this session, reach out to Mr. Fan, but please remember that your guidance counselors at South and North Tech are always available with any questions or any guidance that you need when it comes to your post-secondary planning. So I would really encourage you to include them as you're doing your planning. Okay, does anyone else have anything that they'd like to add? Okay, well, Mr. Fan, I can't thank you enough. This was really informative, and I want to thank the students too who participated today. Okay, thanks to my panel as well. We're going to go ahead and end this session. Everyone have a good afternoon. Thank you.
You guys
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.